of the things I'm really kind of intrigued by is that the way we have designed most large organizations, and you're an entrepreneur, but you have worked with large ones, is they're all designed around a male life cycle model, right? And I've been saying this for years. So in your 20s, you're sort of figuring out who you are. In your 30s, you're sorted into high potentials and everybody else. In your 40s, you're sort of taking the reins of command. In your 50s, you're allowed one, massive midlife crisis. And then in your 60s, you're exhausted and you want to go off and play golf. But I just don't think that works for women. And one of the things that I'm really intrigued by is, as we think about these tour of duty careers that we're starting to embark on, is the ability of women, in their 50s, 60s, even 70s to really, it's my turn now. Like, let's start a whole new way of being. Now, how does that look from what your vantage point?
Well, I believed that through the last decade, which I like to refer to as the startup decade, is that as more women were starting businesses, or more people in their 20s were not going to one company and sitting there for 10 years, and they were like bouncing all over and finding themselves, is that a lot of the large corporate companies found themselves in a position where when people turned 30, there weren't that many around to take the reins of management. Mm-hmm. And so they have to change the way that they are structured to think about family first. Naive as it might be, in the 90s when everything changed with technology and internet, I believe that it was going to be a game changer for women in companies. It's really happened now through the pandemic, right? So you can work out of your home. And you can Zoom into meetings, and it changes the way that companies are going to be structured, and they have to be supportive of families, because when you're home doing that, and if you have a partner, you're not going to just take everything on, and the partner's going to be in a separate office just doing his thing or her thing. And so fundamentally, we have to shift how corporate America is run. And if it isn't, corporate America, just like retail today, where everything has gone bankrupt, is going to find themselves in the same position, which is there are not enough smart, hardworking people working within those companies because they didn't do the right thing for them.